Naszym gościem na forum ekonomicznym w Krynicy jest prezes zarządu Whirlpool Fabio Pommella. Good morning, sir. This year in Economic Forum, you can find here what can be interesting for your business, for your interests.
Yes, for sure. First of all, it's an occasion where here you can find the politician. So it looks that the politicians are present to be addressed from the needs of big industry, small entrepreneur. So I found very useful and a lot of interesting panel. My recommendation is I hope that this occasion in which the politicians are present here will be not simple
just talking,
but became something that in concrete, because I also speak with several other colleagues, and from my point of view that I represent one of the big investors in Poland, but also big industry, the needs of the big industry and are more or less the same. So there are several topics that are in the air and are very important for everyone, and I hope that we will receive concrete answer about this. We absolutely don't want to force any kind of decision. What we are asking is more to have predictability about some topics like utilities price increase, energy, politics about energy, also because we are speaking a lot of sustainability, and several companies has the aim to be sustainable. So of course it's a matter of entrepreneur, but it's also a matter of the government to have a clear dialogue about this. As usually, the politics of immigration that in Poland start to be a topic quite important for the multinational company that needs to work with the Polish, but also with a lot of foreigner.
You are from international company, and do you have impression that this kind of event is every year more international?
Yes, even if as the international aspect is from several years already. I know from some colleagues that were here other years, also in the past, that before these events was always important for the economy, for the Poland, and was very important. Of course, with the passing years in which a lot of foreigner investors arrive here, the forum take also the let's say aspect of be interesting for the foreigner. So yes, definitely yes.
Let's focus more about the Polish economy. Our GDP is very strong, but we have been observing for last time that the dynamic of GDP is slower than in previous year. But still GDP is more than 4%, close to 5%. In your business, in your opinion, it is still a very strong economy, general economy, and it's an economical environment to do business is, from your point of view, from customers' point of view, is still good for develop your business.
Okay, for sure, the Polish economy was growing to a rhythm that was incredible. So this, let's say, slowing down is also physiological. For sure, the Poland has a lot of opportunity, and we as investors we see a lot of opportunities for the to continue to increase. But now, because the wave of the fast growing is there, now to sustain this growth, that for sure for physiological reason, as I said, should anyway slow down, must be sustained by strategical choice for the future. So coming back also what I was saying before, there is no specific recommendation, but in my opinion the government must start to do some more strategical decision, also to give the answer to the investor like us to continue to invest in Poland for the next years, because the politics and the strategy that you will apply in the next 5-10 years for sure will drive a lot the decision also of the investor. And if you want to continue to grow, it's time to start to think about the future. For sure, you can leverage on the enthusiasm and with the powerful of the economy that was demonstrated in the last 10 years. But
It's interesting what you said, because I have here a lot of interviews with members of government, and for them very important is investment, because investment in long term is important part of GDP. So from some distance we can see that the goal is the same.
exactly.
Yes, but I suppose that for businessmen it's more important to see next step, how they want to encourage investments, for example, to keep going our not only operation business, but to find a new way to develop business and start new, even greenfield investment.
Exactly. Also because every big entrepreneur, but even the small entrepreneur, when decide to do some investment, of course, is always watching to the payback.
Yeah.
So in some case, there are some topics that for investor became really important. So to take the decision if to invest such amount of capital, we must have the clear payback in the mind.
Yes.
And so there are several topics, in my opinion, in which we need to have a clear answer for the future, like politics of taxation, what will be the decision about ZUS,
Yeah.
which is the percentage that the company has to sustain from their part to sustain the program of the government. The same, which are the program for the utilities energy, which will be the price.
Yes.
For the next years. You know, investors don't like surprise. Investors,
Because surprise is risk.
yes, surprise is a risk. So when there is the risk, then investors don't want to take the risk. And in some cases, several company like mine is also a company that is represented on stock market. So there are also expectations from the people that are investing in our company. So to be predictable and to have a clear vision for us is important. And in some cases, if the
Yes.
goal is the same, I repeat, I don't have a suggestion or recommendation. Important is to say, in the next 5 years, it will be for the taxation, this will be for the energy, in a way that each company can do well the calculation and decide which are the next steps.
At the end of our speaking, I would like to ask you about the not Polish economy, but Polish economy compared to global economy. Because even in Germany, we saw that some indicators is slower than in previous year, and we have trade war, or speaking maybe mostly now about a trade war between US and China. So the global environment is changing very quickly, and you see that Polish economy can be like island in everything around Poland, and we have to calculate or include in our predictions what can happen in Poland, because something is happening in global economy.
Yeah, for sure, because now Poland is one of the biggest economy in Europe. For sure, you cannot be an island anymore.
Yeah.
So for sure, you will not receive a tornado, but anyway, you will receive the wave and the effect. And this is also part of the strategy, to be sure to be prepared to receive this wave. But if you are prepared and you put the right constraint and barrier, you can contain and not have a recession, for example, that never touched Poland even in the worst crisis
Yes.
that affected Europe. In my opinion, also now the scale of the economy, Polish economy in Europe, is higher than the past. So when you are small, the effects are insignificant, and Poland was growing a lot. But now Poland, a part of itself is also part of a community, and very important part of a community. So for sure, what happened outside has an effect also here.
Thank you, sir. Naszym gościem na forum ekonomicznym w Krynicy był prezes zarządu Whirlpool, Fabio Pommella.